What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Trenton Gibson, and I appreciate the love and support for the channel so far. It's been amazing. And in our college basketball season, the non-conference is over. So I wanted to jump in and see what the biggest stars were doing, how they did throughout the whole non-conference, and what can we expect now that conference play comes. Conference play is what matters. It's what gets us into March, what gets us into the tournament. So we got to be prepared. We got to do all these good things. And I want to break these things down so we can know what to expect coming in January and February. But until then, let's get to it. And welcome to the program.
Okay, we have freshman forward Nate Ament. He plays for the Tennessee Volunteers. He is right here. He's 6'11". He's averaging 15 points a game. So he's doing well numbers-wise. Now, he's shooting under 40% from the field at 6'11", so that can be, cause for concern. But I think there's a few things off top that are causing him to struggle. First off, it's physicality. So he's really struggling once he gets into this paint area, once he gets downhill. People are able to knock him off his route. He's not able to blow by anybody, anything like that. A lot of the, top freshmen that we're seeing, the Benza, Boozer, even Peterson, these guys are more, I would say, mature as 18, 19-year-olds. And I don't think Ament has fully matured physically, right? That's number one. Number two, I think Tennessee, the way they're using him, some of the ways is nice. They're getting a lot of times you'll see this, they're running this stagger. And he's curling the first one. He's getting a lot of buckets down here, which is good because you got 6'11" guy on a curl, on a cut, easy basket. But outside of that, a lot of times you'll see there'll be two bigs down here for Tennessee. So when he drives, we end up stuck. But let's look at it. Let's see what we got with Nate Ament. I like him from Virginia. Let's see. So like I said, first thing we're going to see right here, he has the option to curl. If he doesn't and he catches it, maybe over here at 40 feet. Okay, so fine. We get a ball screen. Ball screen coming right here. And like I said, I think he's struggling with his foot speed. I think he's struggling, just to get downhill against these high-level teams, which is Power 5. These guys are 22. Even now, college basketball guys are 25 years old. So it's okay for a 19-year-old to have some struggle physically. So we set a little ball screen, and we're here. We're looking for what we got, and he slips out of it. Now, my problem with him slipping out of this is he's already not really that good of a handler. He's got a smaller defender on him, so he's going to be able to get under him. So him having to handle all the way out here is really a bad situation. He's not getting out of it. And then if we go back, we're going to see what I talked about. There's two bigs down here. So you're driving into a paint with essentially 6 people in this box area. So yes, it's going to be a congested area. And he's already, like I said, not the best foot speed. He hasn't adapted to it yet. So we're going to end up getting a turnover or getting a tough shot. All because I think, Tennessee, the offense is not helping the lane. But here we go. We're good. We got bounce. Now, once again, they're running this stagger. So they run a lot of continuity offenses. He's going to get out, and Ament's going to stagger right here. He's going to curl it. And once again, you got a small defender on him. But once he curls and you get your 6'11" with a small defender, that's easy money, and that's a bucket. Next offense. Here we go. Running and maybe looking like a floppy action. So when they catch it, another operation. So, damn, they're getting in post-ups, which is good. We got Ryan Conwell on him, who's a little smaller of a defender. I think Conwell's like 6'2", 6'3". So we got 6'11" on 6'3". But Conwell is a strong lower, and he's probably 22, 23 years old. So he's going to be able to hold his own. Now, what Nate does right here, does a lot of jab work. He shoots over him. I mean, obviously, he does not feel any contest right here. But since you have time on the clock, you have an advantage, I would like to see him maybe get a little back to the basket. I mean, this shot right here versus this shot I think it's two different shots, and it could be easier for him. So I would just like him to once again, this is physicality. You get Cam Boozer with Conwell right here. It's going to be a little more baggy. He's probably going to end up finishing with a layup. Whereas we're settling for, a 14-foot semi-contested, jump shot. Just things that we can work on. All right, so now they're pressing us. Got the pressure, so I'm going to pass it. He does a good job, right? This is elementary, but a lot of people are not seeing the game. So if you see the pass here, he's going to dribble. And if you're near the Ament, you know that there's a guy back here, so he has to stay back. Your man's going to try to stop ball. So all you need to do is be mentally preparing to get this shot off right here. And that's exactly what happens. His man collapses, Nate slides, and he slides with good pace, good footwork. He's not 100% sprinting into it, jogging into it. You're the open man, ready to shoot. He's 6'11". He doesn't feel that contest. And these are things that, you know what I'm saying, are good. He's shooting 30% from three. So could be improved. But I want to show you in these next couple clips why, a lot of times there's a big shot selection. So he catches this one and he's wide open. Now the game just started 0-0. They're less than a second into the game. So I understand the mentality of not shooting it. But what this tells me is that he is not, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't view himself as not that, right? I understand Rick Barnes probably wants him to run offense. Let's run the first play. But if you're wide open right here, you're 40%. You're the shooter on the team. You're going to shoot this one. But this possession right here is what kind of gives coaches headaches, right? We have an open shot right here. We don't shoot it, right? Wide open shot. But instead we drive. Okay, once again, I don't mind him turning down the shot. I don't mind it. So now we're going to run in the hole. We swing, and now we get to this stagger. Right? We get to the stagger that's going to come. Let's see if he curls it. He curls it. Okay, so Gillespie's going to come up. Gillespie catches it up top. See what he has. Doesn't have anything. So now we're going to run our next action, which is just a pin down. Ament's popping a little curl. So he curls, right? We got 15 seconds left on the clock. We're good. And we get to a turnover. Now, I know, when you look back, it's always 20/20 vision. You can always say, you can always correct 100% when you look back. But we turned down a wide open shot right here and ended up with a turnover. All right, so, we had a chance at three in the offensive rebound. Now we have to get back, and we're playing in transition. Just little things. Once again, it happens to everybody. We turn down a good one and get a bad one, but just highlighting those things. Okay, so now we got a pitch and catch with the Ament. Forward spacing looks okay right now. Once again, kind of turns down the shot, but once again, it's okay. They're probably telling them, hey, let's not shoot these. So we get a little pick action. And we get shoulders ahead of him, right? We get shoulders ahead. Once again, the spacing is okay. Maybe if I would like him deeper in the corner and he's curling, and actually, since he's involved in the action, maybe he could get out as well. But no, that's not how it is. So he's going to be already down here waiting on Ament. And so now we're trapped in the box. We're trapped in the box. So you got here's the box, obviously the block. And now it's going to be a trap right here because there's two of them. But I think, once again, this highlights just the physicality problems that he's potentially having right here. He's shoulders ahead, and then he gets knocked off his pivot, right, and ends up with an air ball. Okay, so that's just, once again, physicality that he's struggling with. Okay, here we go. Ament's in the corner right here. Still playing Illinois. Gonna pick. Gillespie's gonna come off. Hopefully we're covering up. Yes, we are. 23 pops. Got a guy in the post. Right, good. I love handoffs. I'm really a big fan of dribble handoffs. I think it's an easy way to get downhill because he has to go. I mean, it just creates a good amount of separation if done correctly. So you get downhill. See, this is something with physicality that we're talking about, right? I said it creates separation, but he's able to get through because he put hands on Ament. And look, he's able to get through, and instead of Ament being able to catch it and curl this and stay on his, now the handoff did nothing, right? Because he's back in front. So, okay, we try to drive. And once again, this is, if you're just watching the game, if you're watching it from far, you're like, man, what the hell is he doing, right? He's driving into getting it blocked, like he looks bad, right? Like you can say that. But we got 5 men down here, 4 men down here. A point guard, I know he's going to get out, but he's still in the paint, or he's still inside the three-point line. And his man is inside the three-point line. So, I mean, if he's going to drive, he doesn't have to drive, but if he's going to drive it, I mean, the paint is super clogged up is the point I'm trying to illustrate. Like I said, paint right here, we have 3 defenders, 2 offensive players, no space, right? He can't even kick to one of these guys for it. So, on surface, it could look bad for Nate, but I think they're not really giving them necessarily the opportunity. Now, Tennessee, Illinois was still in this game, pitch it ahead. And these, once again, we're talking about shot selection. We turn down an open one right here, and we shoot a step back, contested, and miss it, right? But once again, we go from, I don't know if he made one yet, but we go pound, step back, contested shot with how many seconds on the clock? with 24 seconds on the clock. So essentially the same shot right here, and that's just what I'm saying as far as like can be not a head scratcher, but a headache. Like, why would you turn this one down when you transition step back? You know, things like that. Especially for percentage-wise, if we actually care about our percentage. So now we got a flare. Look, I feel like he didn't know the flare was coming, so good screen right here. So we get the pass. And we try down this one. All right, this is another attempt. I mean, he's not ready to shoot because he's split stance right now. But if he was ready to shoot, there would be no contest. No real contest. But okay, turn that one down. And we go, I mean, this is stuff that will get out of his game as far as like, you know, once you're in high level basketball and level one, putting the ball down one time and picking it up doesn't really do anything for you. So, okay, we pick it up, but we're good. And the good thing about basketball is a mistake here or a miss, you know, some happens here, still 13 seconds. Okay. So we have time, go hand off with Gillespie's going to get downhill. So we got nothing, drive, kick. Okay. I wouldn't shoot this one. I wouldn't recommend him shoot it, but okay, we have a space and we have a closeout. But I feel like, once again, athleticism, things like that, if he closes out like this, in my opinion, out of control, and he's both feet out the 3 point, like he's not in a defensive stance, to be honest. Like he's off balance right now. So this drive needs to be strong and aggressive. Now, once again, where are you driving it into? If you drive this closeout, well, we got literally 2 big men on 1 block. He's inside 3 point line. So yes, you can drive the ball. It is good to drive the ball. And we need to be able to drive this closeout. And I don't know what he's going to do, so we're going to run it. Right? Still, okay, he gets by on me, he takes the contact. But gap. All right, this is tough. Like, what is he, you know? I mean, we're getting tough shots. And once again, can I blame Ament? Potentially. But in my opinion, I really do blame the spacing. So we're having a floppy action right here. Gillespie down here, he could potentially choose both of these, but since the ball's over here, he's going to choose this side. And so it comes off. Okay. He's going to drive. And what Tennessee is doing, which I can't give him credit for on the spacing on this one, is so what's going to happen is once he's over here, he's shifting, which is giving space. I think he's either coming up instead of flare or he's coming up, which once again is also creating more space in the paint. And hopefully he slides down here. So that's what's happening. He sets his little flare. He steps up. And now Nate has a runway to the rim. And then 6'11", you have a runway to the rim. That's dunking, right? Nobody's going to be able to stop that. And these are the looks, especially as a young guy who's trying to get his rhythm, trying to find himself in this high-level version of basketball. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that matters. Another example, we get a shot right here. What can you do as a young guy? You can get offensive rebounds. You can crash the glass, right? Finish, you're 6'11", like, okay, great. These are things that, you know, not anybody could do, but if you can get these into the game, you will always find ways to have a good game. That makes sense. Even if you're not scoring the ball well, if you're rebounding, playing defense, running the floor, things like that, you can look back in the game and say, yeah, I didn't make my shots, but my decision-making, my effort was there. And more often than not, that will be enough. So here we go. We're running the same floppy action where there's 2 screens down here and Gillespie's coming out. So we come out, we catch it. Not much advantage, but actually good advantage because he's creating space. He's driving. He's sliding, and Nate is sliding. Once again, easy baskets, right? Nate's defender loses them. He's looking at the ball, and Nate decides to slide. He's setting a little screen out. Kick. Wide open shot. Step in. Feel good about yourself. And he's a good basketball player. I think he was top 5 coming out of his class for a reason. Like, Nate Ament is good. Okay. So this kind of looks like the similar deal. At least, maybe not the floppy, but we're setting the screen. Nate's supposed to slide, he's supposed to slide, and he's going to stay down here in the dunker. So he sets the screen, he's coming downhill. Nate slides. Okay, so he catches on the slide. Once again, we have big man in the paint. So when he drives the closeout, he wins the closeout. These guys, even though he's shooting 30%, the guys who are closing out on Nate, like I said, he was top 5, he's highly touted, are closing out far. So he's able to drive and win this closeout, but he steps up because he's in the paint. And so the paint is clogged. So what happens? We barrel into him. And these are things that don't happen because he won his closeout. He did his job, won his closeout. This paint is supposed to be open, and it's supposed to be a man down here. And if this man steps up, it's a dime. If he doesn't step up or he doesn't step up in time, 6'11", supposed to dunk it. All right. So I would like to see a little better from Tennessee spacing wise. Now we go back. We got a little screen action. He's gonna get downhill, make ourselves available. We kick it out. I like the decision maker. Houston's a good team, right? You're not gonna be able to really break them down one-on-one. So we kick it, we pass it. Now we come set another one. And in this one, we short roll. And if you watch the Banter, in his tape, Caleb Wilson's also doing it. In his tape that I broke down, but they're catching it at this little elbow. A good thing about catching it at the elbow is that, especially for larger guys who maybe don't have the best handle, you don't have to do all the dancing, dribbling out here. You can just catch it right here and you can get to work. So let's see what happens. He catches it. He's doing his jabs, right? And he's going to end up shooting this contested one. But I think he has space off this original jab. So if you go jab, and then since he's beat, we just race to the nail and shoot it, right? But I think he wants to draw a little more contact, right? And then we can end up short because we got to shoot and finish through that. Now, Nate Ament, I think he has, obviously, he has a physical tools. He's 6'11". He'll be drafted this season. So he has the tools. I would just like to see, and this is my, not beef, but this is my complaint about UNC and Caleb Wilson. We're not able to see them in actual pro level, what it would look like at the pros. And that is their goal, to play at the professional level. They just have to go to college at some point. So I don't know. I like Nate Ament. I think he's good. Obviously, he'll grow this season. I think Tennessee will be a solid team in a tournament, someone to look out for. So it's a good breakdown. I appreciate the like and subscribe and keep tapping in with me.